This is a follow-up to a story that I've covered here about a pastor who is a lifetime registered sex offender. He sexually assaulted a child and served 10 years in prison in Texas. The pastor's name is Chuck Adair. He has served for a while now as the lead pastor at Grace Place Church of Christ in Duncanville, Texas. Chuck is also executive director of Grace Place Properties, which Grace Place Properties serves as a rehab type of facility in Duncanville, Texas, for people, mostly women, but also men, who are trying to get their life back together. Someone had reached out to me a couple months ago saying, that things are not kosher at this facility and expressed concern. So I thought it's time to do a follow-up. And sure enough, he is still the lead pastor and preaching every week at Grace Place Church. Chuck Adair also is a staff member at Watermark Community Church in Dallas, which is a mega church. Chuck's bio on the Grace Place Properties website says that he leads the prison impact efforts at Watermark Community Church, empowering others to thrive after incarceration through programs like Financial Catalyst and the Job Connection Program. KERA News covered this story last January about Chuck Adair and the fact that he serves at multiple churches with his previous child sexual assault conviction and as a registered sex offender. Both Grace Place Church and Watermark Church have posted on their social media in the past acknowledging Adair's prior time in prison, but they don't specify his charges. Chuck Adair had met the victim at Golf Course Road Church of Christ in Midland, Texas. She was 13 years old at the time, and Adair was married and told his wife at the time that he was counseling her. In December 1994, Adair resigned to avoid being fired for his relationship with the victim after the church community began questioning this relationship. When the victim's parents discovered this involvement, Adair said that they decided to run away. So he took the victim and fled across state lines, ultimately ending up in Las Vegas. This landed Chuck Adair on America's Most Wanted list before he was arrested 11 days later. And then, of course, he was later convicted and served 10 years in prison. He's been back in the Dallas area since he was released from prison in 2005. The ongoing concerns are that he is the lead pastor speaking weekly at a church that does have children and families, vulnerable people. This is egregious and reckless. Posting a child sex offender, a registered sex offender, up there in a place of spiritual authority, being seen as a person of trust, and families coming there who are new, and maybe even those that have been there for a while that don't know of his past. After I've been covering this story over the last year or so, it has been very disappointing to me that someone who is a former, very well-known Dallas investigative reporter had reached out to me and sent me a text. His name is Brett Shipp. Used to be at Channel 8 News in Dallas, most recently at Spectrum News until July of 2025. Brett sent me a text a few months ago telling me to just stop covering the story, stop talking about Chuck Adair, that Chuck is a family friend and has done a lot for his family. Brett wanted me to stop covering this story. It's very disappointing because Brett has done a lot to shine the light of truth on cases even involving churches. My former church included Prestonwood Baptist Church and their cover-up of child sex abuse.